The question: man was facing southwards. He turned right and walks 25 meters, and again turns right and walks 15 meters. Now he turns left and walks 15 meters, and then again turns right and walks 25 meters. He now turns right again and walks 70 meters. In which direction is the man now from the starting point? So, according to the given directions, man is facing southwards. He turns right and walks 25 meters, and again turns right and walks 15 meters. So he is facing southwards. He turns right, and then where does he walk? This is the man, I believe. Turns right and walks 25 meters. So that's 25 meters, I believe. And then again turns right and walks 15 meters. So 15 meters. So now it turns left and walks 15 meters. Now from here he turns left and walks 15 meters again. So he was here and then he again walked over here 15 meters, and then again turns right and walks 25 meters. So again 25 meters. Now he turns right again and walks 70 meters. So he walks 70 meters again. Therefore, the total distance covered here is 25 meters and 15 meters and from there, so he has walked leftwards by 40 meters to where his initial position was, right? This was his initial position, and he walks leftwards to 40 meters now, and then he walks backwards by 70 meters, right? So his initial position was this, and this is north, this is south, this is northeast, and that is the reason. So the man is northeast, in the northeast direction from the starting point. Now the next, a man P introduces a man Q by saying, so there's a man P who introduces Q, this man, to someone, right? He says, P is also a man. And he says to Q that Q is the husband of, this guy is the husband of my father's granddaughter. Father's granddaughters, which means he is a husband and his father's father. So he had a father who also had a father, right? And then this father had a granddaughter, let's say Y. And so now this this Y is the wife of this person Q, wife of Q. How is Q related to P? How is Q related to P then? Well, the answer is brother-in-law, as in Sala, right? Mm. So they are both siblings, Y and P, and Q is the husband of this guy, the granddaughter. So they're siblings, and he is the husband of Q is the husband of Y. So how is Q related to P? Q Q's relation to P is of brother-in-law. For example, if you look at, let's say, let's look at the explanation. Father of P, father of P, granddaughter, Q is the husband of the granddaughter. So he is also like a sibling to him in a way. If you look at the relation of P and Q, they are siblings in a way. So it is nonetheless the Sala, the brother-in-law. Now, while pointing towards a girl, Arun says, this girl is the daughter, right? Arun points towards a girl and says, this girl is the daughter. She is the daughter of the only child of my father. She is the daughter of the only child of my father. He has a father, right? He has a father. This girl is the daughter of the only child of my father. What is the relation of Arun's wife with the girl? So here is Arun. Let's imagine a situation where this is Arun, and Arun looks at a girl and says, this girl is the daughter. She is the daughter. So she has a mother. Okay. And the mother, the girl is the daughter of the only child of my father. So this is the father who only has one child. So it is Arun itself, right? Now, what is Arun's wife's relation with the girl? So Arun has a wife. Now, what would be the relation of wife and this girl? So that would be the relation of daughter itself. Mother. Okay, so Arun's wife, what is Arun's wife in the context? So Arun's wife is the mother and the girl is the daughter. Arun's father, Arun the only child, and the girl or the daughter, and so Arun has a wife. So how is Arun's wife related? Well, she is the mother of the girl. The next, which logical fallacy is committed in the following statement? I do not believe that serial killers ought to be allowed to live. They have forfeited their right to live because anyone who kills lots of people has lost the right. So, hasty generalization fallacy, slippery slope, begging the question ad hominem. That's begging the question. The same thing is is giving two meanings. Is being used twice, once and twice. So that's the begging. That's begging the questions. I do not believe that serial killers ought to live. They have forfeited their right to live because anyone who kills lots of people has lost the right. Just that. If you have killed someone, you have lost the right to live. There is no reason why you have lost the right to live. No reason but that you have lost the right. So you should be killed. So that's stupidity, not a fallacy. Now, if capital punishment actually deterred people from committing serious crimes, then it would be justified. But as it does not have that deterrent effect, it is not a justifiable practice. Which formal fallacy is committed in the above argument? So, because it does not have that property, so it should be rejected at all. So, that's denying the antecedent fallacy. If the capital punishment actually deters people from committing serious crimes, then it would be justified. The argument then claims that the antecedent is false by stating, but as it does not have the deterrent effect, it is not justifiable practice. This is fallacious move because it denies the antecedent without considering whether the consequent is also false. In other words, even if it is true that capital punishment does not have a deterrent effect, it does not necessarily follow that it is not a justifiable practice. This is because there may be other reasons for justifying capital punishment besides deterrence. For example, some people might argue that capital punishment is justified as a form of retribution or as a way of ensuring public safety by removing dangerous individuals from society. Additionally, even if capital punishment is not an effective deterrent, it is possible that there are other ways of justifying it. For example, one could argue that it is a necessary punishment for particularly heinous crimes, regardless of whether it deters future offenders. Therefore, the argument commits the fallacy of denying the antecedent by assuming that the truth of the antecedent is necessarily for the truth of the consequent without considering other ways in which the consequent might be justified. Antecedent comes before and consequent comes later. Now, which of the following statements are logically equivalent? So, some physicists are outstanding professors. Some physicists are not non-outstanding professors. No outstanding professors are physicists. And some non-outstanding professors are not non-physicists. So they're physicists basically. Some non-outstanding professors. The answer to this, A and B only. Logically equivalent. Some physicists are outstanding professors and some physicists are outstanding professors. In other words, right? And no outstanding professors are physicists is not, it does not match with this. Neither does this, that some non-outstanding professors, that is, they are not non-physicists. Some physicists are not non-outstanding professors. This statement can be rephrased as there exists a group of physicists who are not in the category of non-outstanding outstanding professors. It is logically equivalent to statement A because it also implies that there is a group of physicists who are outstanding professors. Right? No outstanding professors are physicists, and D, some non outstanding professors are not non physicists. This statement can be rephrased as there exists a group of non outstanding professors who are not in the category of non physicists. It is not logically equivalent to statement A because it doesn't imply that there is a group of physicists who are outstanding professors. Now, the next question: which of the following statements are so related that they can not both be true but they could both be false? So, they cannot both be true. They could be false. So, that's A and E. All biologists are outstanding teachers, and some biologists. So this could be true. E could be true, and if this is true, this makes I to be true. A, E, I are going to be true. So all biologists are outstanding teachers. Some biologists are outstanding teachers. No biologists are outstanding teachers. Which of the following are so related that they could not be true, but both could be false? So this is going to be false. The O proposition is going to be false. If this were to be the case, that this was one of the correct options. So all biologists are outstanding teachers, and some biologists are not. If this is true, it will make this to be false. But they cannot be true at the same time. This is what it says. So all biologists are outstanding teachers. No biologists are outstanding teachers is one of the correct options. No biologists are outstanding teachers. And some biologists are outstanding teachers. Some biologists are not outstanding teachers. D would be one of the correct options for sure. No biologists are outstanding teachers is also one of the options, and all biologists are outstanding teachers. So A and C only. This is incorrect. Some biologists are not outstanding teachers. So what it says that they cannot both be true, right? If this is true, this is going to be false. Right? This is logically understanding. If no biologists are outstanding teachers, then some biologists also cannot be outstanding teachers because there is a complete opposition between C and D. And all biologists are outstanding teachers and no biologists are outstanding teachers. These are the two which could both be false but not true. Now the next, according to classical Indian school of logic, which fallacy is committed in the following statement? The hill has fire because it is knowable. Because it can be known, so it has fire. This is the fallacy of Sadharan. Sadharan. Here, the middle term in some cases related to the major and in other cases related to the absence of the major. All knowable objects are fiery. The hill is knowable, therefore, the hill is fiery. Here, the middle term, knowable, is indefinitely related to both fiery objects like the kitchen and fireless objects like the lake. All knowable being thus not fiery, we cannot conclude that the hill is fiery because it is knowable. Rather, it is as much true to say that for the same reason the hill is fireless. In the given statement, the hill has fire because it is knowable. The statement presents an irrelevant proof to support the conclusion that the hill has fire. The fact that something is knowable does not necessarily mean that it exists. Now, Anup summary. This is the fallacy of irrelevant conclusion or ignoring the issue at hand. It involves drawing a conclusion that doesn't address the original argument. For example, the government should not fund space exploration because we have so many problems on Earth. So that's Anup summary, and then asadharan. This is the fallacy of irrelevant thesis or arguing for a point that is not an issue. It involves introducing a completely irrelevant argument to distract from the original point. For example, we should not ban smoking in public places because it's a violation of our freedom of speech. That's asadharan. The fallacy of asadharan. Now, a keylogger is an example of a spyware. Keylogger is a type of spyware that records keystrokes on a computer, allowing an attacker to steal sensitive information such as passwords and credit card number. Trojan, a type of malware that disguises itself as a legitimate program to trick users into downloading and installing it, allowing attackers to gain unauthorized access to the computer system. Worm, a self replicating malware that spreads through computer networks and can cause damage to systems by consuming bandwidth or deleting files. Logic bomb, a type of malware that is triggered by specific events such as date or specific action and is designed to cause damage to a computer system, often by deleting or corrupting data. Now, free online encyclopedias such as Wikipedia contain a huge number of articles. Which of the following statements about the online encyclopedia are correct? So, A and C only. People can search the relevant articles for a topic quickly, and these encyclopedias are updated frequently. It is incorrect to say about Wikipedia that the articles have no copyright. Free online encyclopedias such as Wikipedia contain a huge number of articles. Which of the following statements about the online encyclopedia are correct? So it is incorrect to say that the article has no copyright. This is not entirely true. While Wikipedia articles are published under a free license that allows others to use, distribute, and modify them, the articles are still subject to copyright. Now let's look at this. So RAM, ROM, DVD, RAM. Optical storage media that uses a single spiral track and uses dual layer technology, allowing high data storage capacity. Optical storage media that uses concentric tracks, allowing writing and reading to take place at the same time. Non-volatile semiconductor memory, the contents cannot be changed. I think that's wrong. And volatile semiconductor memory stores data and instructions the user currently is working on. That's the RAM. Let's look at the correct options. So RAM is a volatile semiconductor memory that stores data instructions the user is currently working on. RAM is much faster than other types of storage media but is also much more expensive. ROM, non-volatile semiconductor memory that stores non-volatile. ROM is non-volatile. It cannot be erased. Whereas RAM is volatile. It can be erased. It can be changed. Volatile. Yeah, ROM, it stores data and instructions that cannot be changed. ROM is often used in store firmware, which is a software that is programmed directly into a hardware device. Now, DVD, optical storage media that uses a single spiral track and uses dual player technology, allowing high data storage capacity. DVDs can store up to 8.5 GB of data. And DVD RAM, it is an optical storage media that uses concentric tracks, allowing writing and reading to take place at the same time. DVD RAM is often used in video recorders and can store up to 9.4 GB of data. Now, sending an email will cause a problem if the recipient is in another time zone where the time difference is 12 hours. That's incorrect. An email system, BCC, stands for black carbon copy, not correct. Blind carbon copy is a feature in email that allows the sender to send a copy of an email to someone without the knowledge of the other recipients. To hide. Often used in group emails, the term carbon copy refers to the practice of making a duplicate copy of a document using carbon paper, which was common in the days of typewriters. Now, air pollution refers to the presence of harmful substances in the air that can have negative effects on human health and environment. I think A, B, and E. A is deleted. So the air pollution that make rainwater acidic and are primarily sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides, specifically nitric oxide NO and nitrogen dioxide NO2. These pollutants are released into the atmosphere through various human activities such as burning fossil fuels, industrial processes. When they are released into the air, they react with other chemicals and sunlight to form secondary pollutants such as sulfuric acid and nitric acid. These acids can dissolve in rainwater, making it more acidic than normal rainwater, which has a pH of around 5.6. A pH of 5.6, that's acidic rain. And acid rain can have harmful effects on the environment, including damaged crops and forests and harming aquatic life in lakes. Nitrous oxide N2O and carbon monoxide are not significant contributors to acid rain formation. So they are not. N2O and CO are not do not cause acid rain.